Clippings by Brett Williams, Chapter 8. I finish up with that tiny, crazy Chinese lion dog. He settled down after I came back. While he was enjoying the buzz of my clippers, I gave him more than just a little off the top. I have no idea where he heard that, but then it must have been for me. This Shih Tzu, also known as a chrysanthemum dog, is the typical old lady dog. All he ever talks about is what he sees on TV while sitting on his old lady's lap. He'll go on about it for 5 minutes or more, telling me things like, I was watching TV and there was this dog that was catching a frisbee and getting fed a big bowl of bacon. Can you believe that? Bacon! I love bacon. Hey, do you have any bacon? That's usually his big story for the week, Alpo commercials. He doesn't even care about catching a frisbee. Every dog needs to get off the leash, run free, chase a squirrel at least once in their lives. That's just my opinion, not an approved medical philosophy. Bathing these dogs takes brawn. It's back-breaking work, especially with the big ones. Brutus is a 3-year-old Frenchie. He's the perfect specimen. The perfect height and weight and length and everything. I have no idea how someone like Milo became owner of such a perfect dog. He does have connections, Milo, from being in the dog show circuit. Maybe some favors were done. Payback was due, and Milo was on the lucky side of that and got Brutus. Favor for favor, eye for eye. Pet my back, I'll pet yours. Even something as docile as a dog show circuit has a seedy side. You can assume that if Milo is part of it. Bathing takes knowledge too. Many dogs have skin problems, allergies, mostly caused by being out of their true element, outside, and brought indoors for most of their life. My dogs, 2 labs who live outside, don't get a bath but once every 2 months. They don't have skin allergies at all. I'm the maid with a messy house. I'm the painter with chipped paint on his walls. I'm the hooker with a sex-starved husband. I'm the dog groomer who doesn't groom his own dogs. That's my take on washing dogs, not the accepted veterinarian view and not one I'll tell my customers. That would be a terrible business move. I am forthcoming with most of other home remedies I come across, though. For example, apple cider vinegar cures a few strange dog ailments, conjunctivitis for one, and dogs' eyes swell up and leak goo. Eventually, they'll be glued shut and your dog will be miserable. Apply a swab of it to the nape of the neck between his shoulder blades twice per day. Usually, I see results only 2 days of treatment. But I continue for 4 days to wipe out the infection. After that, your dog will be bright-eyed again. Remember that, apple cider vinegar. It's a simple home remedy that dog owners love to learn. They will feel free to do it themselves. Expressing a dog's anal glands, on the other hand, is one they'll leave to me. Skin allergies are usually controlled by a good shampoo, which has been specifically designed for that allergy. Dandruff, rawness, boils, they all result in some form of the dog scratching the hell out of themselves and causing an infection. Then it becomes a battle to control the itching and licking cycle. You can feed them human medicine to help with this. You don't have to go to the vet and buy a $20 bottle of 7 days worth of pills. Use your head. Look up the home remedy on the internet and give it a try. Cheap diphenhydramine Benadryl from your neighborhood chain drugstore will do the exact thing. 1 pill per 75 pounds twice a day. And put some cortisone cream on the irritation too. I have more than 10 different brands of shampoo on my shelf. Each one costs me 10 to 15 bucks. It's not a cheap process to keep your dog clean. Brutus gets a special brand that makes his curls beautiful, shiny, and bouncy. I charge extra for the special brands, but I'm not sure if Milo pays the premium since I'm not as involved with the money collection as I used to be. Brutus waits calmly in his cage. He gives a slight head nod when I let him out of the holding crate. I greet him with a fist bump. I taught him that last time. He's a quick learner. I stick out my fist and tell him, bump it, baby. It's a lot like teaching a dog to shake. Once they learn this parlor trick, it becomes a reflex to put their paw out there. It's a form of submission. It's an important trick to teach your dog, especially if you have kids. The simple act of handing the paw to the child lets the dog know who's in charge, the kid. I have an ongoing joke with some of the humorous dogs. They sit and then they say, I'm not falling for it this time, man. I stick out my hand and say, shake. It's a reflex. Some even say it again while they put their hand out, their paw. Then the joke, I say, 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war. Of course, I always win because they don't have thumbs. I get these poor dogs every time with that. Then I laugh and encourage them to grow some thumbs. But now that I think about it, how can I win if they don't have thumbs? I do it to Brutus. It's the same dance with him. He gets defensive. Yo, man, that joke is as old as your mama, and she's made of dirt. That doesn't make sense, Brutus, I whisper to him. My radar is on its highest setting. Even though I've already let loose my secret to Wendy, I can't always tell if there's a customer in the shop who might overhear my insane banter. Let's get serious, Brutus. Up. I pat the side of the tub twice. He shakes his head. Come on, put your feet up here. I pat the tub again and he shakes his head again. Please, I plead. He's a big dog and I need help. What good is being able to talk to dogs if you can't tell them what to do? One of these days, I'll get a floor sink and a shower head. That will be a useful addition to the shop. Bathing the dogs first is important for my investments too. The accumulation of dirt on their skin and the hair just eats up my shears and clippers. I still have to send my shears out to get them sharpened every 3 months, but it would be once a week if I cut on dirty dogs. And I would be buying new tools every year. Finally, he complies and rests his front paws on the tub side. I grab his back end and help him in the rest of the way. Hey, watch paws, man, he growls, a friendly reminder. There's more street smarts in Brutus than most show dogs. I guess he gets that from his street smart owner. Heck, he has more street smarts than me. He hasn't picked up any of Milo's alternative habits, though. So, I guess gay doesn't jump species, or maybe it's true what they say, that you're born with it. So how's everything going with you, Broody? Oh, it's going good, he says. Me and the homie, we went to a dog show last week. You know, the one you cut for me. Wendy walks in just as he is starting his story. Hey, baby, she says, seeming a little out of it, like she just woke up from a nap. I guess it's that 2:30 feeling at noon. Or she just spun around in circles for an hour to watch her dress float in the air, if she was wearing a dress. How's old Broody Cutie doing? She asks in a 5-year-old voice with her lips squeezed together in a cutesy fish-kissing form. Then she slides over and cups him under the chin. Her fishy lips close in on his nose. Hey, back off, girl, Brutus says. She gives his snout a loving shake. He doesn't like that, I warn. What are you doing? You're acting, loopy, I ask. She returns a questioning look. Are you tired? I say. Brutus notices too. What's up with the girl? She looks like she just found her homie's beer. I found my homie's beer one day. That was good. Made me tired though. I am tired, she says. It's hard work around here, and I didn't sleep well last night. She backs off from Brutus, takes a deep breath, and sticks her hands as deep as she can into her tight blue jean pockets. A strand of hair falls in front of her eyes, and she attempts to blow it out of the way with short puffs of air. Her eyes follow it up and then back down, as if no one is watching her. She smiles at it and whispers, Oh, you can just hang there, Dan. Are you tired because you're high? I ask and return my hands to washing Brutus's back. Because you're acting kind of high. I should have said that with more accusation, but I guess I'm jealous. A little, she says. Just a pill or two. You want one? No, never mind, never mind. What's old Brutus got to say for himself today? That is so cool you can talk to dogs. How's life with Milo? He's so sweet, Milo. She slurs a few of her words and keeps her eyes trained on the massaging hands as if they're hypnotizing. I've got a lot of dogs to work on, and she's high. It's noon, and she's high. It's a long, busy day at the beginning of the week, and she's high. Why? I mean, where did you get them? I ask. The words come out kinda in contrast to the thoughts raging in my mind. And why are you high? It's a work day. It's only Tuesday at noon. I can feel the anger bubbling up through me. Before I realize that I'm redirecting it to Brutus's back, he tells me, "You're getting a bit rough, man." I say, "I'm sorry." "You're sorry?" "Oh, Bruty, right," she says. "I just had some extras laying around." With faux disgust in her voice, she tells me as if I'm intruding on her special day. It's not a big deal. I can do my job just fine. It's not like I'm doing anything but answering the phone. Here, you can have one too. She pulls her hand from her pocket and holds it out. In her open palm is a white oval pill. It's a Xanax. Do you want it? For half a second, the falling hair distracts her again, and she pushes a puff through her glossy red lips. Brutus is watching intently as Wendy moves to pat his head with her free hand. I stare at the white caplet in her other hand. "What's that?" Brutus asks. "Is that one of those white rocks?" "Those things taste horrible. I ate one off the floor at my house. It tasted awful, so bad I spit it out. That's it." He has an awakening. "She's acting like those people at the house sometimes. Did she eat one of those?" he asks, as if he has just solved the mystery. "Yep," I say to answer both Brutus and Wendy. Her palm is cold to my fingertips. I expect her to snatch it back from me, but she doesn't. Pinching it in my fingers, I hold it up and give it a look. "All right, I'll save it for later." I put it in my pocket, where at least it will be out of her reach. She doesn't look like she needs another one. Brutus keeps yammering while Wendy's glassy eyes stare at her fingers, raking over his fluffy head. And, like a spark, I finally make the connection. Milo is a drug dealer. Why did I not know this, or at least suspect it? And my girlfriend is on drugs. I keep this tiny piece of detective work to myself. I'll bring it up when I need it. Wendy pays no mind when I nudge her out of my way to finish Brutus. It was a bit more than a nudge, almost a push, but I follow up by saying, I have to get him going. Get him rinsed and dried so I can get cutting. When is Milo coming back? Oh, he had to run somewhere on a errand. I don't know. Maybe 3 o'clock? Early, though. Then, in the same slow motion as her words, she blinks half-closed eyes, turns with a sway, and leaves the room. Rubbing Brutus's chin with shampoo, I say, I'm going to have to talk to your homie. Come on, man. Get to the water. This stuff is getting itchy. As the water pours down his head, he says, So, as I was saying before she walked in, we did a show last week. A crash in the front of the store interrupts Brutus again, and Wendy yells like she has been kicked in the shin. Hold on a minute. I give Brutus the wait a second finger and rush out. There on the floor, laughing uncontrollably and, I assume, embarrassed, is my girlfriend. I'm so proud. The desk stool is flipped on its side and papers strewn across the floor. I can't help but laugh and point. Help, she pleads through her laughter. Help me, please. But I keep pointing and laughing. Help me, you jerk, she laughs again. Why should I help her? Come on, she finally stops laughing and her pleas get more serious. Get up, I say, while pulling her up from the ground. People are heavy when they're helpless. I missed the chair, she giggles. That's the only excuse she gives me. Not a good excuse, but it fits the situation. It fits the fact that she's stoned and can't do the simplest thing, sit down. I'm fine, she breathes, a long breath, then chuckles one more time. Where's my pen? I grin and point to her ear where the red tip of her pen's lid is showing itself from under her mussed hair. Okay, smartass, get back to work. She tries to regain her composure, but her pen fumbles from her fingertips. Yes, I think I'll be auditing her books later. There's something endearing about her stupidity. Wow, I whisper to Brutus as I walk back into the bathing room. Get me out of this mess, he says. I can hear the grumpiness growing in his voice. He will calm down to his cool self with some time under the fans. The blowing is relaxing, like an ocean breeze paired with the roar of the waves. Just take it easy, Brutus. He steps into the wire cage. Take a nap or something. He doesn't respond, but takes my suggestion and lies down. Good dog.